a legal matter. As we know, Jay-Z, Kanye, and Beyonce have a long history with each other. Kanye West came into the game producing beats for...
Look at this shit Kanye just tweeted about Beyonce. Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're retarded. No, like, literally. This is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having retarded kids is a choice. And you know, I've always suspected that Beyonce's son in particular had autism, but to say this about children is irreprehensible.
I play in famous. They told me beforehand so I wouldn't run on stage. Hey bro, y'all ain't gotta f with me, but you know I got the vision and you know I'ma keep it real with you.
Beyonce is coming for Kanye, and it's getting messy. Beyonce is furious, and Kanye West might have finally crossed the line. Queen herself does not play when it comes to her kids, and Kanye just found that out the hard way. He's been throwing shots at the Carters for a while now, but things have seriously escalated. Word on the street is Beyonce is considering legal action against him for defamation. So what sparked this? Kanye made some nasty comments about Beyonce's kids, especially her son, Sir. That was a big mistake. We all know Beyonce protects her children fiercely, and dragging innocent kids into adult drama? That's low, even for Kanye. Let's rewind. Kanye, Beyonce, and Jay-Z used to be tight, like family. They collaborated on music, supported each other, and vibed together like a real crew. But now, Kanye's out here throwing shade at their kids on Twitter, and it's beyond messy. In a tweet, now deleted, Kanye said, "Has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? There. Artificial insemination is a blessing. Having children is a choice." Yup. He really said that, and no, he didn't delete it because he felt bad. He admitted it was just to avoid getting banned on Twitter, not out of any remorse. He later tweeted, "I only took the post down because I didn't want my account banned. Not because I'm a good person. F Jay-Z and his entire family." He also ranted about how he felt Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't support him during his custody battle with Kim Kardashian, blaming them for not using their influence to help him. But let's be real, Kanye is the one who married Kim, gave her the power to trademark their kids' names, and now suddenly wants to play victim? It's giving main character syndrome. He even mentioned putting North in a Diddy song, who, let's not forget, is facing serious allegations. That's not a good look, and it's understandable why the court leaned in Kim's favor, and now Kanye's targeting Beyonce's kids out of spite? That's beyond cruel. Sir Carter has always been kept out of the spotlight, and for good reason. Beyonce saw how Blue Ivy was unfairly attacked as a toddler for her looks and hair. Adults bullied a baby. And that hate hasn't stopped. Even now that Blue Ivy is 130, it makes sense Beyonce would protect Sir. He wasn't at the Renaissance tour, the Good Morning America interview, or even the Super Bowl, where Blue and Rumi showed up, but not him. That's not coincidence. That's Beyonce making a choice to keep him safe. Of course, the internet ran wild with theories, some saying Sir has autism, others claiming Beyonce is hiding him. But Beyonce's mom, Miss Tina Knowles, shut all that down in an interview. She shared that Sir is just a quiet, private kid who loves numbers and isn't into the spotlight like his siblings. Nothing shady, just personality. To the end of the day, Beyonce has every right to protect her children. And if Kanye thinks coming for her kids won't have consequences, he better watch his back, because Beyonce doesn't fight fair, she fights smart.
She's the one at age 6. What does that mean to you? Tell us a little bit about Rumi and how excited she is.
Rumi is amazing. She's an amazing artist, like painter and creator. And so, I mean, how could they be anything else growing up in that environment? That's all we talk about is creativity and fashion and the whole thing.
What is Sir interested in?
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff. So he's not into the fashion stuff as much, but yeah.
But fans didn't totally buy Miss Tina's explanation. No shade. In fact, more conspiracy theories have been flying around ever since. So for Kanye to come out and make these vile comments, knowing the rumors that have surrounded Beyonce's kids for years, that's not just messy, it's mean AF, and honestly, This isn't even the first time Kanye has tried to publicly humiliate the Carters ever since Jay-Z and Beyoncé stepped back and cut ties with him. It's like Kanye's been on a personal revenge tour, dragging their names, dissing them in interviews, or throwing shots whenever he gets the chance. And for what? Some fans like to blame the fallout on his relationship with Kim Kardashian, but let's keep it 100 for a second. That was never the real issue. Problem was always Kanye. His non-stop drama, his outbursts, his need to air out private business for attention. Who wants to deal with that? When you step back and look at the pattern, it's no surprise Jay-Z and Beyoncé had to distance themselves. Kanye doesn't just burn bridges. He explodes them. One of the biggest turning points? That happened way back in 2016. During one of his concerts, Kanye lost it on stage and decided to drag Beyoncé publicly, and this wasn't just a little shade, it was a full-blown call out die in front of thousands of fans. Kanye accused Beyoncé of buying awards. Yup. According to him, she allegedly told the organizers she wouldn't perform unless she was guaranteed a win, specifically over him. He painted her as manipulative and fake, all while ranting mid-concert like he was airing family laundry on a public livestream. It wasn't a slip-up, it was intentional. Loud. Public. And petty. This moment was a major crack in their relationship, and from that point on, things were never the same.
I'm big and famous. They told me beforehand so I wouldn't run on stage. Hey, bro, y'all ain't gotta with me, but you know I got the vision, and you know I'ma keep it real with you. Beyonce, I was hurt. I went down 7 years on behalf of your hey nigga. Don't go no shit while I'm talking.
As time went on, Kanye's rants about Beyoncé and Jay-Z didn't just continue, they escalated. It was like every time he had a mic in his hand, he found a new way to take a shot at them. And let's be honest, none of it ever came from a place of love. By the end of 2016, it was painfully obvious that Kanye's friendship with Jay-Z was on life support, if not already dead. And the final nail in the coffin? That came when Kanye once again grabbed the mic at one of his now infamous concerts and went off. This time, the target was Jay-Z's response, or lack of response, after Kim Kardashian's terrifying robbery in Paris. Now, let's be fair, what happened to Kim was no joke. She was tied up, held at gunpoint, and robbed of millions in jewelry while staying at a private residence during Fashion Week. That kind of trauma would shake anyone to the core. And from Kanye's perspective, Jay-Z should have called. He expected support from someone he once called family. But instead of handling it behind closed doors, Kanye did what Kanye does. He turned it into a public spectacle. He got up on stage and told the world that Jay-Z never called. Not even to check in. Not even to make sure his wife was okay. He even said, and I quote, "Don't send your killers at my head, bro. Just call me. Talk to me like entity." Wasn't just dramatic. It was awkward, messy, and another step further down the path of no return for their friendship.
You call me after the robbery, you say how you feeling. You want to know how I'm feeling, come by the house.
He claimed that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were involved in some dark stuff, even going as far as saying they took people out and were being controlled by powerful people. Shocked everyone, Kanye made those comments during an interview, and it quickly spread online. Some people thought he was revealing secrets about the music industry, while others felt like he was just losing control. Either way, calling out Jay-Z and Beyoncé like that was serious. Their friendship had already fallen apart, but this just made things even worse. It was no longer just drama, it felt like war.
It's scary, they can't control you, they try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me, you get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I know you, man.
But they can't control me. You serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I appreciate
Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. y'all puffies, y'all little boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail.
So yeah, Kanye has had a messy past with Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they mostly kept quiet until now. It looks like Kanye finally crossed the line when he went after their kids. According to Page 6, Beyonce is actually thinking about suing him. Jay-Z and Beyonce are reportedly shocked by Kanye's nasty all-caps rant on X Twitter, where he mentioned their two youngest children in a disturbing way. They're not going to let it slide this time. Even though Kanye deleted the post, sources say the couple is discussing whether to handle it privately or take legal action. Now Kanye is fighting back, saying it's not defamation if it's true. He even claims to have video evidence that supposedly proves one of their children has a disability, and he's threatening to leak it unless Beyonce drops the lawsuit. Honestly, just when you think Kanye can't go any lower, he does. What do you all think about this? Should Beyonce and Jay-Z sue? Is Kanye finally canceled for good? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video.